So right now, I need to discuss the bits and the bytes. I know that I already discussed this one in our previous videos, but I need to emphasize the definition of bits and also the bytes. So let's start with bit. So an abbreviation of binary digit, okay? And also it's abbreviated as a lowercase b. So it should be small letter b. Okay, and also if we will talk about byte, it is a collection of bits. So again, if it's 8 bits, it's equivalent to 1 byte. So if it's 16 bits, it's equivalent to 2 bytes. Okay, so also it is abbreviated as an uppercase b, or big letter b. Okay, so right now we need to discuss about the digital electronics. First thing that we need to discuss is about the basic parts of a computer. So it's more on the hardware part. So we need to start with the input devices. So when we say input devices, a good example for this one is what we call mouse, just like what you can see right now on my screen. I'm using the cursor of the mouse. Next, after this one, after the user inputted something from or used the input device, it will go directly to the computer. Inside the computer, naay duha ka hardware. First, kay ang CPU, and the other one is the memory. So basically, mo ni siya ang ato ang processing devices. So take note that the CPU, or the processor, is the brain of the computer. Okay, and also the memory is the storage, or this could be a storage device as well. So this is a storage device because it will store data from our computer. Next, after processing and after storing it, of course, we need to output it. So a good example for the output device is monitor, right? So make sure lang, of course, as a computer, if the user inputted letter A, of course, ang magawa sa monitor kay letter A po. Lain pagkaayo kung malahi, di ba? So there is something wrong with your hardware. Let's proceed. So if we will talk about hardware, hardware refers to the physical part of the computer system. It includes all the physical objects that can be touched. Okay, again, its hardware are all tangible. Okay, so there are four hardware equipment that is grouped into that I will discuss. Input device. Input device is a piece of computer hardware equipment used to provide data and control signals to the computer. We have mouse, we have keyboard, we have joystick, muna siyang ginagamit sa game sa una, and we also have scanner. By the word itself, input, of course, it will get by the user will use the input device so that it will be processed to our computer. Okay. Next device is what we call output device. Output device is a piece of computer hardware equipment used to communicate the results of data by converting them into a human readable form. So again, a good example, it's monitor. We also have speaker. Of course, ang input device ani kay ang imuhang microphone, diba? We also have printer as a good example of a output device. Next one. Storage device. Storage device is a technology consisting of computer components and stores data information. A good example for this one is our hard disk. Will serve as our memory. We also have flash drive or external drive. And aside from the flash drive, we also have compact disk as one of our external drive. Okay? Next one. We have the processing device. Processing device is a device that processes the information by the computer processor or the CPU. which performs data calculations, data comparisons, and data copying with the information. The CPU here, just like what I said earlier, is the brain of the computer. The RAM here will serve as the temporary storage of the data, and the motherboard here. This is the what do you call this? This is the um, mo ni siya ang mugunit sa tanang hardware devices. Siya ang mo siya board, mo siya hingdaanan sa tanang devices. Mo siya ginana.